Literally. I mean, come on. It's a beautiful day in Zamunda. Am I right? It's so beautiful here in the UK. I'm saying that it's apparently it's 11 degrees. That can't be right. I'll need to update that one. I have got my long sleeves on, which is only because it's only for you guys because I can't quite let you see my arms yet. My arms, if you've not eaten, they can put you off your food. The self-deprecation is real, but we also know that we're on this journey together to make sure that I don't worry about this stuff anymore. So, a quick welcome to anyone who's new to this channel. Thank you to all of my returning subscribers. I can't believe that my list is growing. I really just wanted to do this just so that I could see where I started 4 weeks ago and then where I am on the journey. So I'm really glad that you're here with me. Let's have a look. This one's going to be a reflective one because it is 4 weeks since, or certainly I want to give you my 4 weeks results, but it is for a month now that I started not only with my CPAP machine, but also with Mounjaro. So let's have a look how we get on. The first thing I need to do, I need to apologise. I need to apologise to anyone who watched last week's video. It was about 35 minutes long. And when I was starting to I started working on that video at 10:30 on the Friday morning. But for some reason, my video editing software kept crashing. I had to reinstall, I had to reboot the router, I had to do so many different things. And it was an absolute nightmare. So I did record the video, and I did mention that I was going to be doing a 3-day fast. Well, you know what happened, don't you? Frustration got in the way. I think it was about 6 o'clock last Friday, and I was up to here with it. I'm not sure. Am I sweating? Am I sweating? I don't know. So I actually started with the idea of intermittent fasting and extended fast after my rheumatology consultant explained it would be really useful for me to read more of Jason Fung's work and to understand the benefits of fasting. And Jason Fung explains not only is it brilliant for those that are suffering with insulin resistance, it's brilliant because everyone fasts. I say everyone fasts. We do. Everyone fasts. We go to bed and then we wake up and we have break fast. That's the break fast, breakfast. So everyone does fasting. And spiritually, we've just come out of Ramadan, Lent, Yom Kippur. So fasting is not the problem that people may perceive it to be. But anyway, my point is that it was 6 o'clock. It was 27 hours into last week's fast, and I was so incensed because of the problems that I was having with my video equipment. Do you know what? I did not end up putting that video. That video was not complete until about 11:45 Friday night. My God. So that means I was working on that one for like 13 hours. No wonder I was frustrated. Was it Friday the 13th or something? I don't know. But anyway, my point is, I will get to the point. The point is, the frustration made me want to eat. I wasn't hungry. I'd got every intention of doing the 3-day fast. But because I was frustrated, that emotion made me reach for the pan. We'll call it that. Reach for the pan. I mean, thankfully, I made a pretty decent choice. I didn't eat anything that was, too calorific or had too many carbs in or anything like that. So I did choose to eat on plan. But my point was, I was supposed to be doing a 3-day fast. And as I explained last week, I wanted to do it where it was between two weigh-ins. So I'm not gonna tell you more about my 3-day fast now until next week, if that's okay. But what I do want to talk about is emotional eating. I mean, I eat when I'm frustrated. I eat when I'm sad. I eat when I'm happy. I eat to celebrate. I eat to treat myself. I eat to punish myself. And I'm serious. If you've not done this, if you've done this, pop it in the chat. We've eaten so much. your belly is straining, you were in agony, and yet you were determined to eat that little bit more. I've done that in the past. I'm not going to, I mean, maybe there's something problematic about it, but I'm going to own it. That's something that I have done in the past. So I have eaten to punish myself. And that emotional eating, I think what we need to do now we're on things like Mounjaro, I think this is such a wonderful medication that it's that hormone that we're missing. You know, people who are people are regularly slim, and then they want to lose £7 ready for the holiday. They don't really need to lose £7. They just want to look great in their swimwear. You know, they've got plenty of this hormone. But many of us, is becoming more. In fact, did you see the newspapers this morning? The nice guidelines. We will talk about that a little bit more in detail next week, and how it might be possible for people who are struggling with their weight, those that are considered severely overweight, or do they call it morbidly obese? I don't know. We'll discuss it more next week. So once you're on this drug and it's helping you to, you know, to control your eating or be more aware of your eating, as emotional eaters, I think it's our responsibility to try and listen out for those triggers. So, you know, I mean, well, it was Easter a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? Easter's a time of celebration. By all means, it's okay to eat chocolate or have a hearty roast dinner with your family or whatever you fancy. As you say, it was a time of celebration. If you're going to a wedding or a family get together, those celebratory times, don't beat yourself up about eating something delicious. What the point of this medication is that we don't gorge on that deliciousness. So thankfully, I didn't gorge last week when I was frustrated, but I did beat myself up for being an emotional eater when really it was a lesson. It was a learning moment. So keep an eye on that. Let us know. Let us know what your emotional triggers are. Let us know what your favourite foods are. I have to admit, my favourite foods begin with Ben and Jerry's. So enough said about that. Now, let me talk about the NSVs, because I was talking a moment about seeing family and loved ones, and I saw some of my loved ones this week. I'm sure you've heard me mention Emma and Richard before, but I also met Sean and Joe, and I saw my little godson Mason. So shout out to you guys. Love you all. But I got great big hugs from everybody. It was lovely to see everybody. My NSV, Emma drove me to Sean's house, and of course that means getting in her car. And I got in the car. Now Emma helped me. She helped me with the gift that was taken to Sean's. It was a great big box, so Emma helped me with that one. But I was able to get to the car fine. I was able to get into the car seat fine. I was able to do my seatbelt fine. The only support that Emma gave me was she just let me know that I was on track for wherever I was trying to pull it. The point was that seatbelt got over my middle with no problems at all. So what an NSV. What was my other NSV? Again, it relates to this moment and to some of my other loved ones that I've been speaking to over the last couple of weeks. Emma and Sean said, "You look completely different from the way I was back in February." And don't get me wrong, I have lost a little bit of weight. Not enough weight that people would actually recognise. So that wasn't the difference that they saw. What they were talking about was the fact that I didn't look like I was struggling to stay awake. I didn't look like I was struggling to keep my body upright. I didn't look like I was struggling. That's the important thing. And that was lovely to hear. People have also said how my voice is clearing up. Because, yes, I've got asthma. I've got my asthma inhalers. I still take those twice a day. But I do feel I'm breathing more easily. And I do feel that I only cough once in a blue moon when talking. Whereas before, I couldn't get through a sentence without coughing. So They are fantastic non-scale victories. For me, what are yours? What have you been doing? It was great to catch up with Wise Mounjaro this week on his channel. I'll put a link in the comments below, or maybe in the descriptions. Look out for the descriptions. That's where I put all my links. But he was talking about some of the things, the reasons why we're on Mounjaro, and there's some of the things, they really do resonate. I mean, I'm talking about wearing a black a black long sleeve top in this kind of heat, when really I should be in a t-shirt. I should be in a vest top. But I don't want to put you guys through me in a vest top. We won't have to worry about that stuff anymore. We won't have to worry about feeling shame for our bodies. And as you said, our bodies are a temple. Don't get me wrong, my temple is under repair, but it's still my temple. So definitely check out Wise Mounjaro's last video for some more really interesting reasons why it's great that we're on Mounjaro. Let me just cough once again. Excuse me. I was actually saying a moment ago how great it is that I'm not coughing, and now look. Oh my God, I've just remembered. Sorry. I've just remembered. You know, I mentioned I saw Emma and Richard. Remember, it was Richard who got me on Mounjaro in the first place, when he told me last Christmas that this is something he's doing. I saw Richard on Tuesday, and he looked like he looked 1997. That's when we used to work together. 1996, 1997. He looked like that. The man has lost 7 stone in 7 months, and there was not a single sign of sagging skin. You try saying that with a dry mouth. I normally have a dry mouth, so there's not a single sign of sagging skin. Anyway, Richard looked amazing. So that is my goal. I want to look amazing, but I want to feel amazing. I want to be out there. This is my goal. I want to be out there on my own without any assistance, any support in case I fall over. I just want to be out there and then looking good with it. So let's talk about my weight loss for this week. Remember, you watch me now cough all the way through the rest of this video. Right, so remember, I didn't do the 3-day fast in the end. I was just doing my 1 meal a day, which I do every week. I was doing it every week for months now, long before I started Mounjaro. So I was doing my 1 meal a day. I have lost 2.5 kilos in week 4, and that equates to 5.5 pounds. I'm just trying to remember my stats of what that is for the first month. Let me go back to it. I was 159.5 kilos when I took my first jab. I am now 149.2. I have lost 10.3 kilos in a month, and that equates to 22.5 pounds. I'm not gonna sing. Miss Mary, 22.5 kilos. 22.5 pounds. I've got to go dance. I can't dance, but I'm going to go and celebrate. No, not really. I'm going to go and get my jab. So it's time for me to do the jab. Give me a moment. This is your favourite part. Okay. So let me get everything ready. I've just washed my hands, as you know. This is my second pen. I stuck with 2.5, Richard said I should be going up to 5 soon, but it did warn me that the side effects would be, I would certainly be feeling the side effects at 5. So I think my next pen may be a 5, unless, oh my goodness, as I say, I've just lost 5.5 pound in a week. On week 4, I lost a lot in week 1. I lost 11 pound in week 1. Right, we will see if I need to. Do you want to play with that, baby? We'll have a look. We'll see if I actually need to do the increase when it's ready for the next ordering. But let me get the pen out. This one expires February 2026. Oh, that was what I was going to explain. Last week, if you remember, as I was injecting myself on the side of my flipping thigh, what was I thinking? You're supposed to do it in the top bit. You're supposed to aim so that you're straight on. So there was no way I was going to do this properly anyway. But when I was doing it that way, I was feeling the medication dripping away. It wasn't going into me. It was going down my thigh. So I don't know how much of that 2.5 milligram dose that I lost last week. But I tell you what, I was feeling it. I think Wednesday was a struggle, but then it was also a struggle because I'd not slept very well. That's what I was going to tell you. I'd not slept very well because of the heat. It's only the heat. So what I need to do now is prepare myself for sleeping in warmer weather. I am sleeping fantastically well on my CPAP machine. In fact, last night I achieved 8 hours and only four times when my breathing stopped per hour. Massively better than what it was before the machine. So here we go. Here is the new pen. You can see the full 4 weeks doses. I'm going to swab. Okay, I'm going to swab the inside here, the red bit, because that's where the needle's going to go. And I'm also going to swab the area on my left thigh that I'm going to take this medication. And then open this up. The other thing to note is in every pack that you get, every new pen, you get this information sheet. Please read the information sheet thoroughly. You know, many of us on these videos show you how to do things and why to do things. But all the information's here, so it tells you things like the contraindications. Oh my goodness, again, Neil from My Life's Toil did a brilliant video this week. Because he's a paramedic, he's got all this medical knowledge, because it's his job. He was giving us some fantastic information, so I'll put a link to his channel as well. Again, loads of information that you see that we all share when we put these on. So let me get the needle. Take off the cap, take off this cap. Then I'm going to prime the pen by taking it to the dash. Can you see the dash? Prime the pen. Oh, there it is. See the dose coming up already. Press that, yeah, there it is, and hold it for 5. Okay, everything looks fabulous there. So now I turn it all the way to 1. Okay, put it in my knee, put it in my thigh, sorry. Press the button. I've still got my issue with my Raynaud's, but certainly that didn't feel as bad as it usually does. With the Raynaud's, the needle, you don't feel the needle at all, seriously. And then hold it in for 5. That's to make sure that, you know, the dose goes into your stream, not down your leg. And then pull it out. No bleeding. Happy days. I'm going to put the cap back on the needle. I'm going to take that off and put it into the sharps bin. Always put these in the sharps bin. What if I just, oh, right, these things are, I can't open the flipping bin. I was just saying about my flipping Maynards. Saying how better it was. Look at me struggling with that. Right, apologies. I assure you I'm getting better. I assure you. Okay, there's the swab as well. I put it in the sharps bed. Oh my goodness. And then the pen is going to go back in the fridge so that it's all ready for me for next week. Oh my goodness. So, to reflect on over the month, well, it was lovely to hear from Emma and Sean about how much better I am looking and I'm not struggling. And they admitted, was it about a week before I had my sleep clinic appointment, and I'd already been told that my heart is stopping in the night for up to 4 beats, and I live alone. And I knew I was having all the problems with my breathing and walking and just surviving. I was struggling to survive, and I was feeling that so much so that I put all my papers in order, and I drafted what it is that I want for my funeral. Includes the fans, because I always have a fan about me. And it was serious. That was serious. That was seriously how I was feeling. Again, I am always looking to the positives, but I am a realist as well. So that's what I was feeling. Now, probably 6 weeks since then, but 4 weeks into this journey, it's night and day. I don't feel like I'm down anymore. I don't feel like I'm struggling to survive. Maybe I'm struggling to live, but I don't even feel the struggle. I say I don't feel the struggle, it's because things have massively improved. So this journey for me has been a life changer. Not only with Mounjaro, but also the sleep thing. Just getting the support that needs medically. Taking the time to prioritise my health. Because I genuinely feel that had I not been made redundant a few months ago and said, right, I'm not going to go looking for another job until my health is sorted, I genuinely feel I wouldn't be here right now. Not here on a video about Mounjaro, but I mean here on this earthly plane. Because so if you've got any concerns about whether this is something that is right for you, if you're overweight and sickly with it, even if you're having to pay for it privately, see what you can do. I know there's a cost of living crisis, but even now I think my food costs are literally half of what they were. So if that helps, this certainly helps. And I'd encourage you to share your journeys as well. As you say, set up your own YouTube channels. We'll all be there for you. We'll all be watching. And it's not watching with any pressure. It's just watching to see how you're getting on. So please, if this is a cheap moment to say like and share and subscribe. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say if you feel encouraged, please consider this for yourself. So yeah, sorry, we talked about things, but you know what? Feel free to share your triggers or your NSVs for this week. So until then, sleep well, slim down, and I'll see you next time. I'm not going to do the waving thing. I'm trying not to. I've just done it.